Welcome to Royal Telly, your go-to channel for everything Sussex. I'm Chloe, your host for this episode. So let's dive into the Instagram sensation that's got everyone buzzing. Yes, I'm talking about that delightful video of Meghan Sussex and little Princess Lilibet, both adorably dressed in beekeeper outfits. Imagine this, a mother and her daughter, hand in hand, immersed in the beauty of nature. This isn't a staged photo op. No, it's a moment of realness, a moment of intention, and above all, a moment of education. This is what true parenting, grounded in peace and purpose, looks like, folks. But let's not overlook the significance of this serene scene. This isn't merely a cute clip of mother-daughter bonding. No, it's so much more. It's an eloquent, unapologetic, and beautifully understated response to the relentless, racist, misogynistic narratives that have been hurled at Meghan as a mother, a woman, and a human being. The British tabloids, with their insatiable appetite for scandal, have been peddling falsehoods about Meghan for years. They've called her cold, manipulative, and accused her of using her children for PR. They've painted her as a difficult, controlling mother. But all of these are just that. Unfounded accusations steeped in prejudice and bias. Yet how does Meghan respond to these ludicrous claims? Does she lash out, retaliate, or break down? No. Instead, she shares a quiet, simple, yet immensely powerful video on Instagram. In those 15 seconds, she silently communicates, "My children are growing in an environment of love, nature, and purpose. You can't touch them, you can't define them, you can't break us." And that, dear viewers, is what has them all rattled. Meghan Sussex isn't just a doting mother, she's an intentional one. She's raising her children to understand the world beyond palace walls and tabloid headlines. She's instilling in them values like curiosity, environmental consciousness, patience, and compassion, values that seem to be sorely lacking in the royal institution. This wasn't just a cute mom-daughter clip, this was a message, a bold, graceful, sugar-free clapback to every single narrative that's been spewed about Meghan. The British tabloids have been busy, haven't they? Spewing a host of unflattering narratives about Meghan. And oh, what a list of allegations they've managed to compile. They've painted her as cold, distant, difficult, even manipulative. They've claimed she's using her children for PR, exploiting their innocence for her own image. They've even stooped so low as to label her a bad mother. These narratives, as biting as they are not only baseless but are also brimming with racial undertones and misogynistic bias. They've tried to frame her as the villain, the outsider, the woman who dared to shake the foundations of the royal institution. The tabloids, in their relentless pursuit of controversy, have conveniently overlooked the fact that Meghan is a woman of color navigating a historically white space. They've dismissed the challenges she's encountered, the prejudice she's faced. Instead, they've chosen to amplify stereotypes, fueling a narrative that reeks of racism and sexism. And it's not just Meghan they've targeted. They've gone after her relationship with Harry, suggesting she's the puppet master, pulling his strings, steering him away from his family. They've twisted the narrative to suit their agenda, to sell their stories, ignoring the realities of their love and partnership. Furthermore, they've attacked her motherhood, one of the most sacred personal aspects of her life. They've questioned her intentions, her actions, her love for her children. They've taken cheap shots, stooping to new lows in their quest to tarnish her image. All of these allegations are nothing more than lies. Fabricated stories designed to provoke, to incite, to sell papers. They're projections, reflections not of Meghan but of the tabloids themselves. Their narratives are not rooted in truth or fact, but in bias and prejudice. They're steeped in anti-Black misogyny, a toxic brew that has been used time and again to belittle, to dismiss, to undermine. All lies, all projection, all rooted in anti-Black misogyny. But how does Meghan respond to all this noise? Not with a rant or a retaliation, but with a simple, sunlit video. The Duchess of Sussex, Meghan, is not one to bow down to the tabloids' roar. Instead, she rises above it, choosing to respond with grace and strength. In her response, she doesn't engage in a war of words or a public spat. She opts for a quiet yet potent rebuttal. A simple sunlit video shared on her Instagram stories. This was not just some random video. It was a message, a statement, a declaration. It was Meghan, in her own subtle way, silencing the critics and the naysayers. It was her way of saying, I hear your noise, but it doesn't define me. In this video, Meghan, alongside her daughter Lilibet, were seen engaging in a simple yet meaningful activity. Clad in adorable beekeeper outfits, they were seen walking hand in hand, lost in their world. This video spoke volumes about Meghan as a mother and as a woman. It was a testament to her commitment to raising her children with love, nature, and purpose. This was Meghan's way of showing the world that she's not the person the tabloids paint her to be. She's not cold, she's not manipulative, she's not using her kids for PR. She's a loving mother, a strong woman, a human being standing tall amidst all the chaos. In this 15-second video, Meghan managed to silence her critics. She sent a clear message to all those who have been trying to tarnish her image with their baseless narratives. She showed them that she's not just a duchess, but a mother who loves her children unconditionally. She showed them that she's not just a wife, but a strong woman who stands by her husband no matter what. And so Meghan responds to the noise, to the criticism, to the negativity, not with an aggressive rebuttal, but with a gentle yet powerful response. A response that echoes her strength, her grace, and her resilience. In that 15 seconds, she said, "My children are growing in love, nature, and purpose. You can't touch them, you can't define them, you can't break us." Meghan is not just a present mother, she's an intentional one. She is redefining what it means to be a member of the modern royal family, putting the focus on raising well-rounded, informed children. Meghan's parenting style is a breath of fresh air, a stark contrast to the stiff, formal approach often associated with royalty. She's teaching her children about the world beyond the palace walls and press clippings. She's giving them an education in nature, in kindness, in compassion, and curiosity. She's teaching them to appreciate the small things, to find joy in the ordinary, to see the world through the lens of wonder and discovery. Contrast this with the parenting styles within the royal institution. Do you think Charles ever took Prince Harry out to check on the bees? It's likely he didn't. In fact, it seems he struggled to check in on his son's mental health. But Meghan is different. She's there in the thick of it, experiencing life's simple pleasures alongside her children. She's not just present, she's engaged. She's not just watching, she's participating. Meghan is also a protective mother. She doesn't just throw her daughter into a beekeeper suit without thinking. She plans it. She ensures it's safe. She knows it's an experience that will stay with her daughter, a memory that will shape her understanding of the world. That's not performative parenting. That's proactive parenting. That's empowered parenting. And let's not forget the irony of it all. The very same woman they swore was cold and calculating is the one building warmth, wonder, and wisdom into her daughter's childhood. She's the one creating a nurturing environment where her children can thrive, away from the glare of the paparazzi and the harsh judgments of the tabloids. So here's to Meghan, the intentional mother, the protective parent, the nurturing nurturer. You're building something bigger than titles. You're building legacy. You're building love. Thank you for tuning into Royal Telly. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, I'm Chloe, signing off.